Now that I've started reading Kings of Cups, I'm honestly so glad that I chose to do this challenge, I guess I'll call it, this year, because I realized, actually, I'm going to set you down. I'm in my sister's bed. This is a completely different background. I realized, when I went to go pick up this book, I got anxiety, and I was trying to figure out why I was feeling that way. And I realized that all this time I've been reading new authors, I've been reading different subgenres, and I realized that I've built up this fear of, am I going to enjoy the book? Is there going to be something in this book that's harmful? Is there going to be something in this book that's triggering? And I didn't realize that I was building up and carrying this anxiety into every book that I was picking up. And I think that that has been a huge reason why I've gotten out of my reading habits. And so I had to tell myself, this is Amy Kuvalainen. You love everything that she's written. She's an auto-buy author for you. You're going to enjoy this book. All you have to do is read it. And I had to keep telling myself that for the first few times that I picked it up. And then eventually I got, really, it's not even eventually, Amy grabs you from the very first chapter. So from the first chapter I was into the book, but as the plot keeps going, it's okay, I need to know what's going on, what's happening, and it was no longer a thought of mine. But then I picked up a different book and I got the same anxiety. I didn't pick up. I started the audiobook for the third book in the Dark Olympus series because I know that eventually the little wheel will get to it. And when I get to it, I want to be able to start from the next book that I haven't read yet. I don't want to spend time going back to book number 1. So I'm doing that now. I'm on, like I said, I'm on book 3 and I've already read book 4. So I'll be rereading book 3 via audiobook this time, and then reading book 4 via audiobook. And then whenever the wheel lands on the series, then I can start right at book 5. So anyway, I went to the audiobook and I got anxious again. And I was like, Whitney, this is Katie Robert. This is the Dark Olympus series, and it's a book you've already read before. What do you mean you're anxious? And so that was just so interesting to me. And I wanted to share it in case anyone can relate, in case maybe you're feeling this anxiety and don't know why. And perhaps this is why, because it took me quite some time to figure this out. And so, yeah, like I said, I'm really glad that I'm doing this, because every single book, every single series that I finish this year, I'm able to tell myself, Whitney, you enjoyed the books before this. This is guaranteed to be a good book. I'm guaranteed to have a good reading year, because these are all books that I've already, or they're series that I've already started and enjoyed. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And that's it. It's January 16th, and I just finished my first series, which was the Tarot King series by Amy Kuvalainen. I'm so happy. My heart is full. I had already read King of Swords and King of Wands. So I read King of Cups and King of Coins, ? Yeah. And I kind of wish that I had been filming updates while I was reading, but I didn't even think that I was going to be making this video. But it was so enjoyable. I loved how everything came together in the end. This went in a lot of ways that I didn't think, and there were some things that were little strings that were left unraveled at the end of book 1 and 2 that finally came together in book 4, and I didn't think that they were going to be touched on again. So I'm so happy to it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. This is exactly what I wanted and exactly what I needed. This is how I used to feel about reading, this feeling right here. I've been needing that. I've been craving it. So now it's time to I'm so excited. I'm so excited about my little wheel. Now it's time to spin the wheel again and see what I'm going to be reading next. Not only was the series fantastic, but I think it just feels a little surreal that, like, after all this time, I finally finished it. And also, after all this time thinking about, like, this plan for the year to get these series read, that, like, I'm actually doing it. Having ADHD, it's very hard to stick to my goals. It's very hard to be consistent with things. And even though finishing one series doesn't mean that I'm going to be consistent throughout the year, just making some type of leeway in a goal that I have feels so monumental. So I think, like, yes, the book was amazing. The series as a whole was amazing. I would recommend it to anyone who enjoys fantasy, romance, magic, found family. Loved it, right? But it's also like, wow, I did what I actually set out to do. Like, I didn't finish, but I'm doing what I set out to do. And it makes it feel more possible, that I could continue doing this. It makes it feel real. Excuse me. So I'm just having so many feelings and thoughts right now. But let's spin the wheel. Oh, fun! Oh, that's so cute. Okay. I've already read Live, Laugh, Leash and The Orc from The Office, so I just have The Gargoyle from General Management. It's a little over 200 pages. I might be able to finish it in one sitting tonight. Now that I've done one, I just want to keep going. So, I will get back to you. And, like, I'm doing it. I'm really doing the thing. I'm so excited. I just finished The Gargoyle from General Management by Kate Pryor. So now it's time to spin the wheel again. The wheel landed on Obsidian, but I really would like to jump into a book today. So I spun the wheel again and it landed on Sanctuary with Kings. And I have this book right now, so I'm actually going to do that one instead. So I'm going to remove this from the wheel. Hold on. I'm going to remove this one from the wheel and leave Obsidian on there. And then let's go get that book. Oh no. I thought I had the third book. This is one, this is two. Shoot. Well, I'm not spinning the wheel again, so I'm just gonna have to buy the ebook copy. Kind of frustrated by that, but it's okay. I'm gonna buy the ebook copy so I can just, like I said, get started.
The prickle of my patron's stare scratched.
I'm 53% into A Sanctuary with Kings. I am doing not tandem reading, but when you read the audiobook and the ebook at the same time. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the story itself. I'm very surprised with the content that I'm able to read it so well. I did skip almost all of the nightmares so far. Oh, wait, 56%, not 53. But I did skip all of the nightmares so far except for the last two. If you've read it, hopefully that makes sense. Just because, like, I needed that information to understand what was happening in the story. But I'm getting through it very well. I'm very proud of myself and I'm really enjoying the story. It's fun when authors kind of like follow kind of like a playbook. Like, you can tell they have a playbook for like each story, but the characters still feel different in their own way. Like, there's always the character that like throws themselves at the FMC, and there's a character that's held back, like they are the last, even though they might be the first on page, they're the last to like really fully give in to a bond or whatever. And it's like that has happened with each book in the series, but it doesn't feel like you're reading the same book. Each character still feels defined as their own person, and the book absolutely feels like its own book. So yeah, I really love that because it kind of gives you like something to expect, but you still don't know how it's going to happen. So that is my update for halfway through this book. I'm really excited to check another series off now that I'm doing it, and it's real. Not just feels real, it is real. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do more. So I'm excited to see what the wheel gives me next, and I'm really happy that I decided to do the audio and ebook because it is making it a lot easier for my brain to just, I don't know what it is. Even though I know I'm going to enjoy these books, my brain is just still fighting me. So it's making it easier to not fight, to win the fight. Whatever. I may have temporarily lost my phone stand, so I have to hold you for now. But I just finished this book and it was so lovely. I did not expect, I feel like a little corner of me is kind of healed after reading that book. And it was a great, fantastic end to the series. The author's note, or like afterword at the back, did say that Catherine is interested in writing other novellas or like little offshoots in the future. But I feel like for this particular arc, that was a really good ending. And I really love the epilogue too. And yeah, I'm just really happy that I finished it. I did end up spinning the wheel before I logged off for the day and closed my laptop, and I forgot to film it, but I did take a picture. And the next book is Blood Sector, which is actually just the first book in the series. I think it's called the V Clan series. And I was looking at the samples for the other books in the story, and I was looking at reviews, and I'm not entirely sure that I'm ready for this book. So I think I'm actually gonna reread Blood Sector because I looked at my own review and I, like, from my review, it sounds like I absolutely loved it. So I'm gonna read book one again and I'm gonna base my decision on that. I'll either read book one again and I will say, no, I'm not doing the series right now, and then I'll, finish it at some other time, but it's no longer going to be part of this yearly challenge. Or I'll read it and I'll say, okay, I'm ready to read the next one. So I'll give you an update when I decide that. I am just here to say that I am so glad I started with rereading Blood Sector first. I got the audiobook because, me and audiobooks. But after the second chapter, I was like, no, I was like 2x speed is too fast for me to comprehend without also reading it with my eyes. And I was like, if I'm going to read it with my eyes, let me just read at my own speed. And I zoomed through the whole book in one day. So I'm really glad that I reread it. One, to get me re-excited about the upcoming books, but also because I would not have remembered, like, you need the backstory on the side characters because it's interconnected series. I would not have remembered the tension between the people that are coming up in the second book without rereading it. Now I'm like, no, they're coming up in the third book. They're the third book. But I wouldn't have remembered. So I'm going to start the next book maybe later today or tomorrow. It depends on how my schedule is going, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm loving this challenge. I'm so excited that I thought to do this. Like, we have unfortunately hit a snag. I had to stop last night at 79% and in the middle of a chapter. And that is because the repetition in this book, 3 books into the series, the repetition is really taking me out of the story. And I don't think that it's like the repetition is a bad thing for the book. I think it's a me personally thing. I how like some people are like, I'm rebellious, or I, have a problem with authority, and they just own it and accept it and they find a way around it. I'm a person who does not like for other people to assume I don't know something. Like, ask me if I know or don't know, I will tell you. I have no idea what this is, and you can explain to me. But a person that just says, oh, well, this is how it works, like, I know that, or at least, like, don't expect that I didn't know. Why? Like, I feel like everybody is mansplaining to me, and I don't know where that comes from. That's a me thing. And so for me, that was taking me out of the book because I'm like, I know this. I think it was just triggering that part of my brain that like gets frustrated. So do I think the book is bad? No. Am I going to finish it? Absolutely. I am so rooting for this book to be my favorite book out of the series. Like, I'm very excited to see how this ends because well, honestly, I had no clue about the other two, but I really have no clue about this one. And there's a lot going on, but I just, yeah, I can't say anything positive about this book without being fully honest and saying what I didn't like. So, I mean, that's just me being honest. And again, it's a me thing. If somebody else were to read this book, they probably wouldn't even notice. And even if they noticed, they probably wouldn't care. But yeah, it's just triggering that little part of my brain that's like, why are you assuming I don't know things? I'm not stupid. So that's my thing. And I'm gonna get ready to go to work. And when I get home, I'm finishing this book. Good morning. I finished the third book in the V-Clan series last night, and I'm so glad I did. The next book is a different like side character story, and I am so excited. She seems like such an interesting person, and reading the blurb, I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be good. But it is the like connector novella to the next book that doesn't come out until January 2027. So I'm stopping here with the first 3 books. I've technically read like that chunk, and I'm going to leave that as series completed. And then in the future, if I do this challenge, or in the future, after that next book comes out, when I just want to finish the series or continue with the series, I'll do that. But for this particular challenge, the first 3 books are all blue covers, whereas the next ones are green. Like, it's very, very clearly a series divide. So I'm going to stop there. And honestly, like, what is this, 4 series down? I'm having a great time, and I'm really glad that I did this. And I was worried that I would feel, like I'm missing out on what's happening right now with new books coming out. Honestly, there's so many good new books coming out. I'm always going to feel like that. But I am able to listen to audiobooks at work. So I actually started listening to The Secrets of a Southern Wedding, I think is what it's called. And yeah, I started listening to that at work. Oh, my point was, that's a book that's on my shelf. It's on my physical shelf, and I hadn't read it yet. So actually working is a great way, and listening to audiobooks is a great way to read down the rest of my TBR while I do this challenge at home, or, you know, like whenever my leisure time is. And I'm truly reading for fun, whereas that is reading to get through work. So I'm really happy with this challenge. I'm loving it so far, and I'm gonna go pick the next book now. I actually decided the next series to finish on my own. I don't even know how. Maybe I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw Rose's IG post, or I don't even know what it was, but I was like, ooh, I want to finish Augury University, which is the name of the series by Rose Santoriello. So I had already read, I forgot the name of the book. I'll put it up here. So Sweet Summer Serpentine is the next book. I'm already 25% through. I'm really glad that like we don't have to wait too long to find out why our FMC is so nervous about her job. Now it's just like you're on the edge of like, how is she gonna get through this? So I'm very excited. Honestly, now I wish I kind of read book 1 again because it was so good, but I just read it recently, so I remember everything that happened. So I'm like, although I would like to go back, like I want to finish. So I mean, I want to keep pushing ahead. So anyway, 25% through Sweet Summer Serpentine, and let's see how this goes. I don't know why I'm doing this. Bye. I hate to end the video on a sad note, but I'm gonna have to softy enough. I was getting through Sweet Summer Serpentine, but I was losing steam already, and I tried to push forward onto Haunt Me Baby, and I was also really excited to read a character that has autism. In Sweet Summer Serpentine, the FMC has ADHD. And I was excited to read a character that has autism. And I think that the connection between the two characters is, well, so far I'm 38% in, and I think it's shaping up to be really good. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just losing steam, and I have gone through such big reading slumps that I just don't want to chance it. So it's a soft DNF. I will come back to the series. I still want to finish it. Haunt Me Baby is the third book in the series, and then there's one more called Setting Up Love. And then that's the end of the series. I do want to finish it. I'm too scared to risk it. And I had decided, once I decided to make this video, because I didn't think I was going to, I figured I would do 5 series and then let that be the end of a video. So this will be the end here, since this is the 5th series that I did attempt. Oops, I almost dropped you. I didn't finish it, but I did attempt. And then I will spin the wheel again in the next video. So that is that. I'm so sad, but it is what it is. You gotta love being a mood reader. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that. This is a new channel, so I'm trying to build from the ground up. So feel free to share. If you would like, share this one with someone who needs to finish their unfinished series, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.